This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
And this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Yes, people, this is Man United we're talking about, not Isak. I've gotten over. You know what? I've gotten over it. It is what it is. I can't be asked to talk about that man. He looks like he's guy in Liverpool. He looks like he's guy in Liverpool, man. So it's just I can't look. It's looking like Liverpool's era for the next 2 years, 3 years, maybe 1 year, maybe not. Maybe Chelsea or Enzo or whatever manager's got something in the bag. Maybe it takes some time. Like, this is Ollie Watkins we're talking about. The one who's done better than Isak in the Premier League in the last few years. How about that? Yeah? If we're going to really keep it a buck. Yeah? Because Ollie Watkins is the man that's going to be leading the line at our club. The offer is coming in soon. He wants Manchester United, of course. I remember 3 weeks ago, he's definitely open to Manchester United, even without Champions League football. We'll see what the situation is. But it's a waiting game. I don't know if United are going to make a serious inquiry in terms of, with Garnacho. They haven't asked about Garnacho to our knowledge. They didn't really actually get to speak about it yesterday either, which was annoying because of Isak. Isak's legit threw me off my whole game of talking on United. I had to do my own therapy session with you lot in here. With you lot. Ruben Amorim is content. I don't care what Luckhurst says as much, to be fair. I do and I don't. When he talks on... I don't know about you guys, but do you find there's certain journalists that when they talk about whatever, but when they talk on your club, you just know it's just rubbish. Like, a lot of it's just bullshit. And you just take no nonsense because it's so toxic. Like, I remember Luckhurst just writing a madness on us. The guy, I swear he's a Man City correspondent. Doesn't matter. Ian says Man United is no longer a big team anymore. Yeah, great. So if that's the case, when people were struggling in their few periods, let me know about that. But because it's Man United, we must apply that to Man United only. Because if I remember, Tottenham are in this equation somehow, right? Are they a big club? Arsenal went without Champions League for about 6 years, 5 years, but were they a big club? They were finishing 8th and whatnot, but because it's Man United. So a big up Curtis, man. Love for that, man. $2 donation. Any donations are going a long way. So, yeah. I am not Andrew. I'm waiting for that little bum sucker to come and join in. So we'll see. The maddest thing is he's been subscribed for like quite a few years. So, well, when I say quite a few, I've only been doing this for a few. I'm confident Chelsea won't get Garnacho anymore. Don't hold your breath. That's all I'm going to say there. United, yeah, trust me, I'll always be a big club. Whether you like it or not, it just might not be a successful club to what we like. But we're going to be talking about Watkins. Get your opinions in, even if you are a rival. I don't mind. Just mind your tone, yeah? Smash the likes. It's much better when I'm not on a panel, right? Since I'm not giving the effing and blinding to everyone and telling people the chatting shit. Apparently telling someone with Vim the chatting shit is the be and an end all of destruction of a conversation. So yeah, different rules for us, Lou. 100% different rules for us as always. That's what happens when you're not a big club anymore, right? Also, we're going to talk about Lammens. Looking likely that's going to be the direction we're going to head because of, you know what? Can I say something quickly, right? And we're going to talk about this Antony Saudi offer as well, which is interesting. I see Malacia involved with all of that. All right. I think I said this the other day, so I might be repeating myself. Make sure you like and subscribe. Very, very important. Why does Fabrizio keep calling Martin? I know it's his nickname, yeah, but why does he keep calling him Dibu Martinez? Like, last time I checked, they're not boys. I haven't seen photos of them. Doesn't mean they don't talk, I suppose, on that front, but like he loves calling him Dibu Martinez. I'm like, his name's Emiliano Martinez. I mean, I suppose his name's Damien. His first name's actually Damien. Crazy, right? But he keeps calling him Dibu Martinez, and it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's annoying me. I get it's his nickname, but isn't nicknames made for people that are friends? Like, I don't know. Maybe they are friends. Maybe they're boys, but I can't imagine a journalist and a footballer being like having like that kind of. It's screaming beg friend. Do you know what I mean? It's screaming beg friend for me. Like it gets on my nerves. Like yesterday, he called him Emmy Martinez and then said, "Oh, sorry, Dibu." I'm thinking, what? He's getting on my nerves now. Fabrizio is doing this update thing over and over again, which is really grinding my gears. It's at this point where I'm pretty sure it's like this for other clubs, and I've seen it with Arsenal. I remember Gal doing it, but Lisandro Martinez, kind of maybe, but I mean, how do you go from Emiliano to Dibu? I mean, it's either Emmy, right? Lisandro, whatever. I find these updates, I don't see it happening for Chelsea too much. I don't really see it happening for other clubs, but when it's Manchester United, I mean, you all know why. But it's the same update I've seen for like 2 weeks with Garnacho. We already know that he wants to stay in the Premier League. So why do you keep telling us that? If there's no situation change, and if there's no I don't know, I can understand it if it's every other week or at least an update per week. But 7-8 updates of Garnacho doesn't want to play in anywhere else but in the Premier League, and it's like, come on, man, please, just it's annoying. We look for you for the news, and that's how I get the content, and us get, that's how we build a community, through what he says through the transfer window. Like, surely give us something a little bit more. The thing is with Garnacho is no one knows anything. Super annoying again, but we need to know that he's on the move. We just hear, he's definitely got a lot of concrete interest in from the Premier League clubs. Keep an eye out for stuff like, I don't know, Aston Villa, and this whole Chelsea thing dependent on what happens with Jackson. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. It's just like, is someone going to make an offer, or is United said, no, you know what? Your time's running out. Whatever you've been promised, you need to go look abroad to Europe. There's allegedly now, according to Rob Dawson, which is, I don't really look at him as a credible journalist for United, saying Bayern Munich now retain an interest in him. I don't see how you go from all these top targets to Garnacho, but cool, whatever. Bayer Leverkusen, Ten Hag's keen to reunite with him. Maybe they're waiting on that front. They haven't bought a new winger type player. Even then, there's other teams in Europe that we just don't know of. Napoli's ship seems like that's kind of sailed, for what I know. It seems like it's going to head towards some sort of loan once again. Taking advantage of United is easy because they know the position we're in. They know there's players that are once-aways, but no one's yet to put in any bids. It's getting very tiresome on that edge, but there's a lot of time to go. There's another week before the month ends. There's still another 3 weeks before the Premier League even starts. A lot can happen between then. Players are going to need proper pre-seasons. They're going to need to get settled in new clubs. I'm pretty sure that, they're going to have to get a move on themselves and accept something that maybe they don't want. That's just the way it works. Sterling to Juve. No, I see Sterling and Fulham recently. And I see Juve are exploring what's it called? I saw that. They're seeing the conditions of that deal. But remember, Sterling's on something similar of wages to Sancho. If not, actually, he's on more. And they want 20 million. So, United might, I don't know. I see something along the side of Jadon Sancho and the intermediaries once again negotiating with Juventus. The issue with Juventus is they can't move until someone moves, whoever they're going to sell. Douglas Luiz, United's name, I'll talk a little bit about that. I done a video earlier. I just want everyone to know, I know it's only the first time, you need to build an algorithm, but I'm going to post videos at for now, 8 p.m. And then I'm going to start doing stuff for also 9 a.m. in the morning. So there will always be some sort of content. Sterling's going to Fulham. Sanchez still going to Juventus. I feel like that could be the case. Sterling at Fulham's interesting. A bit like Willian. It will kind of suit that 4-4-2, I think. On the left mid or right mid. there will be a lot of space to kind of grind as well. So yeah, yes, Mello with a dot. What's up? I see this. Yeah, I see this. Is this about Malacia? Of course it is, yeah. Maybe a goalkeeper, whichever team we sell Jackson to, depends if we get another attacker. That's what I think it is, DK. That's my thought process on that. Luiz and Sancho. I said that. I mean, I don't see why United wouldn't attempt that unless they got someone else in mind or they're going to use those funds for someone else. It's just, if they're so assured that Garnacho is going to leave, which will fund the striker that they're going for. Remember, if we break this, I'm going to break this Watkins down thing. And I don't believe United don't have money. They just don't want to put up the money, which is fair. Big up AVF. I want to see Kone and Casemiro in preseason. I don't want to see Casemiro. I'm done with that guy. I really don't. I'm not like, he had a good Europa League campaign, but this is where it ends, man. This is where it ends. You know what? Let me put this in the comments real quick. Why is it there? Oh, there we go. Wrong one. We're on 34 likes with nearly 500 in the house. That's nasty work. I would like to see Mainu take the reins a little bit more. Like if there's something that can suit him. I mean, I quite liked him and Agate as the pivot in the second half against these. We got a lot more control. The issue is like Bruno can't do what either of those players do. Like, carry the ball, defend the way Agate defends. The one thing he just has, you want him further forward. Again, I don't even need to get into all of that. If you're going to go buy Douglas Luiz, you got to ask yourself, is he the right partner? And is he what you're looking for in terms of next to Bruno Fernandes and to take that role? I think he's worth the punt, but he's not everything. He doesn't solve all our problems, or maybe as a little stopgap. I think the most sensible solution for maybe even both parties is, look, we take Douglas Luiz on loan. We'll give you an optional fee, a little bit like Rashford. We'll take him. We'll take the wages. And also, if anything, if you don't want him on permanent because you want to save some money, go get another player, you take Sancho on loan with an obligation as well, and kind of do it around that way. And then maybe United, and you can work out the fee. It's something a little bit similar to Marcus Rashford. I think that way, United are happy. They don't have to pay anything, and you can kind of do a lot with that. That's just, yeah, I think so. We're just not going to buy an expensive midfielder this summer, but Douglas Luiz is a huge opportunity, so we're going to have to wait and see if United do go for them. You know what? My whole, again, I'm going to go through some of your comments. I said it on Rance's show earlier, and I think I said it on Saeed's show yesterday, briefly. I feel like United, because of the whole Sekou Kone stuff, about how good they believe he's going to be. I don't know if you lot agree with me. Especially if you're a United fan, you might have a difference of opinion, if not the same. I think they're going to assess him through preseason, and if they don't deem him good enough yet, they send him on loan and then go get a midfielder. If they deem him good enough, they're going to put him in the team. I think that's where United are at with the midfielder situation. You might have something already there. Why would you go out and buy more? Casemiro leaves next year on a free. Bruno Fernandes will have like 1 year left on his contract, I think. Kobbie Mainoo, you have to get that situation going. Because I still believe Sekou Kone and Kobbie Mainoo would be the future pivot at United. I think that could really work. In terms of how he plays, from what I've seen so far, and how the way Kobbie plays, it could be an interesting pivot. My thing is, get your comments in, by the way. So rush them in. If you've got questions, I'll go through that. We'll talk about Watkins. We'll talk about Antony. We'll talk about Lammens. My thing is, I get some people love, what the time? I get what some people love, but what does him staying represent? Does that mean we're trying to win now or build something? I didn't get the celebration of him staying. Who are you talking about? Kone is 5'10", 9'10". I think he's grew to 5. I think he's grown to 5'10". If I remember correctly, yeah, he's gone to about 5'10" now. I think he's 178 centimeters. Oh, send the coffee link. I can't do that. Give me a second. I haven't. You know what the maddest thing is? I haven't done that in so long. Let me have a double check. I mean, yeah, if you want to support me, I mean, look, if anyone wants to support me where YouTube don't take a cut like that, then you can buy me a coffee here, innit? There we go. Look, I haven't done this in so long. I was going to wait for my birthday to do it, but I might run it up. Sekou Kone is 5'10" now, allegedly. Apparently he's grown in it. Yeah, Kone in terms of... You know what I really like about Kone? That this is my thing to rivals. If you're going to watch some preseason games and you might find him, you're going to find how quickly he closes down the danger. He's in a similar mold, of the Lamine Kamaras. I really like Lamine Kamara. From when you lot were egging me on, like, what about Lamine Kamara? What about Lamine Kamara? I thought, okay, let me have a little look. I can't lie, he looks really good. Like, really good. According to Google, yeah, but apparently he's shot up a little bit. He's a bit similar to Caicedo. Caicedo's about 5'10". Yeah, you know what? That's a perfect weight. He's exactly like Caicedo. Caicedo's about the same height, isn't he? Not? Caicedo's what? I can't exactly remember. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested to see some of these youngsters, even like Ethan Williams. I want to see what he's about. I didn't think Mantato had the greatest first preseason game. It was a bit. I feel like he'd be better operating on the right hand side as more of a wing back. Let him attack. I don't think the inside part of his game suits him. Didn't really have much to play off when you play with Hoyland, right? Yeah, I think Antony's got a huge future, 1,000,000%. So does that Dowman. Is it Max Dowman from Arsenal? He's cracked. He's really good, man. He's really good. 15, man. We need stars now. Yeah, we do. So talking on that front with the whole Watkins, you've seen unavailable 60 million, no conversations, but there's been conversations. You know, Ollie Watkins wants United. He wants to leave Villa. There's loads of different speculations around that, and at the moment, there's a lot of rumors, like small rumors about Garnacho swaps, and if that can happen. Do you rate Chris? No, I don't. Wild one with Kokonki, he's with us. He's with us on preseason as well, I believe. He might not be. I think he is. Double check for me, anyways. Yeah, Kai said it's 5'10". So yeah, my whole thing is with Watkins is always going to be down to the fee, and I expect United to lowball it. I think they're going to offer the first offer to be something along the lines of 40 plus 5. But I don't feel like United should waste any time, you know, putting these sort of offers. And yeah, it's your feeler, get an idea of what they want and how much they're going to, but they're going to say, no, we want 60 million. They're always going to say about that. I feel like United should put in a decent offer straight away. I think tempting them with 45 plus 5, they're always going to decline the first bid. They're never going to say yes. That's the biggest issue. So whatever bomber we may receive that United have approached Villa with a certain bid, and it's always going to say it's got declined. Unless they start thinking about it. It depends on what United go with the whole... It depends how much also they want Garnacho. Like, how much do you really want him? Because he's the key to all of this. From our understanding, I don't feel like he's as key as what people make him out to be. I feel like United have money. They just don't want to spend it and rather probably save it to push towards, I don't know, let's say these transfer fees and keeping United at a level with the books or something along them lines. But if United need to go and push to go and get secure, I don't know, a brand new front three, I think they're going to do it because we're desperate. You can't have another season like we just had. You have to get back into Europe and your manager has to coach, you know? This was like, what, 2-3 days ago? It's an opinion piece. It's not a guarantee. But I feel like the whole thing with Chris Wheeler, he likes to grind a lot of Man United fans' gears. Has anyone noticed that recently? He likes to push Man United fan buttons. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's doing it well. But at the same breath, we do have to accept that. I feel like us fans have accepted that, you know, you might see Xerxes up front at the start of the season against Arsenal. But I don't feel like anyone's going to complain. As long as you go and get a central midfielder and a goalkeeper, I don't feel like it's going to be that much of a hassle. I would really like Watkins to come through the door. And according to Fabrizio, we're definitely getting a striker this summer. So we'll see what happens on that front. Expectation are an all-time low. Never been less pressure than this season. You could say but in the same light, Meccano, you could also argue because United has such a shit season, there's a huge expectation to do well. So could play it both ways. I mean, maybe a lot of teams don't have pressure for United. They don't expect much, so it could be used to advantage. You lot ran with the Mbumo to Chelsea bollocks, though. I don't know what you're on about. You mean the rejection thing? I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? He's probably lying, but we're going to do it for Bants. Wait, Mello just said something. Why has it gone? If you get Watkins, who's going to be your front line alongside him? Cunha and Mbumo? Or Mainu, maybe. Who's the other one? Xerxes. Hoyland might even be there. I don't want to jinx it, though. No, there is more pressure. See, yeah, that's my understanding. There's a huge pressure on United to do well next year. If we beat Arsenal, though, those low expectations go out the window. Yeah, I'm not fronting man them. Yeah, whatever. United need to do well. That first game, I'm with myself. I feel like if we get what we need, we should be going to look at that game thinking, okay, Arsenal might let us have the ball. Let's see what we can do with the ball. But in the same token, they're going to, at one point in one of the halves, they're going to want to dominate the space. Let them dominate the space. I don't mind having Cunha and Mbumo and Watkins, potentially Xerxes, hitting them on the break. And Ahmad and Dorgu. They don't know what's going to get. I don't believe they know what will hit them through those transitional players. My whole thing is if they start Havertz, we can play a bit more of a higher line, right? But if they play Gyökeres, you might have to drop that line and play a little bit more compact to, see him out a little bit. So I don't think Gyökeres is going to start the game. I feel like if anything, he's going to be the one that comes off the bench, gets them claps and cheers. It's always the same way with most teams. Big up Elite Baller. Make sure you like and subscribe. What likes are we on? We're on 73 likes. Again, horrible. Oi, should never have let that man go. Should never have let him go. Now he's at Strasbourg. I don't feel like he's got a future at Chelsea, but he's going to go. He's going to be at a top club in the next 2 years. I swear on my life, he really will. If we don't have I don't understand. If we don't have no more buyback clauses, nothing on this guy, he's a top midfielder. Top midfielder, man. The fact that you can go and get a move from where he was at, straight from Warsaw to the French league shows that he's highly rated, man. I feel like if we mess up the start of the season, every season recently, either losing or drawing in the first couple of games, and yeah, it's shocking. Bar Fulham and I think Wolves. I think we did beat them at the start of the last two, if I'm correct, Marcus. But after that, it was pretty much crap. Dangor can't stay fit. That was the annoying thing. He just can't stay fit. I see so many comparisons with you lot and us. I think you'll draw like with Arsenal. A draw's not the worst. Draw's not the worst case scenario. But I just don't want the mentality in myself to feel like I'm going to go and draw against Arsenal. I want to go there thinking I can win. I feel like I can win. I've got quality player up front. I feel like I can go and do damage. I'm back. What are we yapping about? Pretty much the first game of the season. Especially if you get Watkins. Watkins is just... I just don't see any other striker fitting into all of this. I really don't. Did Yellow Dean... I don't know if he did. Yellow bought 3 coffees. Hey, who wants to buy me some coffees? If anyone wants to buy me some coffees, it's in the pinned. Somewhere up there. Somewhere up there. You know what? Let me check that. Yeah, somewhere up there. They're fine. I think, I don't even know how much they are, to be fair. How much are they? Like $5 or something. £5 or $5. I don't know. If anyone wants to support me, I mean, you're doing me myself a justice. Get. Do you know what I mean? No, I do. No, I do rate Watkins. I'm saying especially if we get Watkins, I expect a lot. I have a big expectation for him in a United shirt. A United shirt weighs heavier, but with that front three, I just don't see how we struggle against a lot of teams. Watkins loves the games against United. Mbumo loves the game. I'm sorry, Watkins loves the games against Arsenal. I mean, Mbumo, in recent, to be fair, I can't remember him having a mad situation with Arsenal where he kills them. But Cunha does. Cunha loves the game against them too. No, it was yesterday. It was minor. It was Temi. Temi was saying, you know what? Yeah. My whole thing with the whole United fan base, not you lot. I'm talking content creators or personalities because they might not make content. Is when I can't get myself like a word in on these panel shows, and I'm just hearing like Manchester United is my passion. That's basically my woman in that sense. You know, I treat it the same. You're waffling back for 6-7 minutes. Unlike others who want to be there and have a nice conversation, I couldn't care less about a nice conversation. It depends who you are, to be fair. If I don't agree with it, I'm going to tell you one way or another, which if it's either you're talking shit, and I don't know how someone gets annoyed by that, because I would just ask, how am I talking shit? Let me know. Maybe it was the way I said it, but I can't do it. I'm sorry, but if you're talking West on the club and I don't agree with it, I'm not gonna stand for it. Call me a positivity merchant all you want, but that's just the way I am. It's the way I am. Because what I don't understand, yeah, and this is the hypocrite, people being hypocrites. If someone else does that, yeah, like let's say Rants, and I said it to Rants earlier, they won't say nothing. The comments will just bow down. That's just the way it works. Maybe they rate it more than me. Of course, whatever. I don't care. But in the same light, man them talk has mad conversations all the time, shouting, raving, gets personal here and there. Nothing gets said. So it's like for like. There's a lot of hypocrites, and I don't really mind. It was not even serious on my part. It's not serious whatsoever. So I just look at it thinking, right, you know what? I might have come with a little bit of vim. My bad. That's all it takes. And then you get all these these mutants like Andrew Ellis, who bum sucks Rants in his chat, didn't want to say nothing because I'm going to ban him. Watch when he has his show later with, what's his name, Deluded Guna. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to ban him so he gets hidden. Every chat he's on, because I'm modded on both, but he's going to get banned. Because that's how petty I am. Yeah, he's mad negative. You know what it is like? I hear it. United's in a poor position with crap. Honestly, crap position. It's not nice. But then why do you want to keep coming on to moan? Keep moaning. Like, who wants to be around people that just moan for the sake of moaning? And you always hear them moan. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. You know, sit on the fence, merchants, or whatever. Just like, you're not right or wrong, but it's just... Do you know what I mean? I like to smile more. I like to get giddy, and I like just to be a donut. That's just my setting. Easy as it is. There's so much worse things in life to be upset about than over football, man. So yeah, that's just that. Yeah, we're in the mud, but I own that. But I want to be optimistic at least, because if I'm not optimistic, who's going to be optimistic in terms of representation of United? You got Goldemort being negative, yeah, all the time. You got Saeed doing this up and down. You've got Rants. Funny enough, people get onto him is being more positive than obviously being negative about the club, which is brand new. Is different, right? So that's one thing. So that's where he's at. But he don't like the manager, which is fair, and I don't mind that. And you got all these other lot. And you can't even think like United View, negative, man. Like it's just bare negative. But you want to get giddy when we do something nice. But then you want to switch up when it's favorable because of, I don't know, let's say, Noureddin. I can't listen to, I love Noureddin as a person. Yeah, he's quality human being. You can't deny that. But I can't listen to, man. But it's just like, I want to build something a little bit different. Until I'm out, I'm out. Simple. I can't listen to United YouTube. I struggle. I do struggle. I don't feel like anyone represents my thoughts at the moment. That's it. Cass, but the 15th is real. I legit can't unsee it. It bothers me. Yeah, it bothers, but mate, if you keep looking back on life, yeah, you're just gonna keep yourself down. Like, get on, like move on, get on with it. That's my thing. Just get on with it. Go pray. Go tell your mum you love her. You know, go tell your missus you miss her. Along them lines, you know, anything. Go smell some air, touch some grass, go for a walk. Whatever your fancy is, just like, no matter how crap your club's been, the next season is always optimistic until it isn't. And right now, from what I'm seeing, I want to be optimistic. So I'm going to continue with that flex. And I want to give things a chance. Just a little small chance, because that's all we've got. Kone Hobby, you want to see? Absolutely, Leon. Absolutely. That's where I'm at. It's so easy to be negative when United at the moment. And I don't mind it. It's just when it's too much. I don't want to please people's opinion because not all of you lot agree with me, but whatever. One thing United need to be positive about is the fact that Emi Martinez loan got rejected. I'm loving that. I was sold on Martinez until they say they want to stand firm on a price. You know, remember we got told, what, 2-3 weeks ago, we got told we can do potentially a deal for 25 million. And then now they're still banking on someone paying 40 million for him. I mean, he does have 3 years left. Aston Villa are well within their right to ask for something along them lines. But at that age, nah, not for me. Yeah, not for me. I feel like United should go down the young goalkeeper route, whether he starts or doesn't start. I feel like Onana's he's got that many mistakes in him. There's going to be a time and place where he takes over. You know, I feel like if you're going to go spend the likes of 17, 15 million pounds as a package, I don't see how there's no risk factor in that. If United have said, you know what, we've scouted him for a year, so Ineos have scouted him, and I feel like most players have been hits then misses so far. Go for it. You know, I feel like he's at an age 23. You lot, again, in the comments, this is you lot. You told me to look at Lamine Kamara, which I did, and Lammens. I've done both, and I like both a lot. So I've looked at Lammens, his last 500 shots. You see the goals he's conceded. He conceded about, sorry, it might have been 250 shots, to be fair. So I've got that. That's a mistake. He conceded 56, but you look at the goals that he did concede. You don't look at him and say, you've made a howler there. A lot of them have just been either really nice finishes or bangers. But if you see his reflexes, I don't see much of a weakness in this game where I look at that and thinking, oh, I don't know about that one. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of talking about, Melo. I feel like United want a starter, but they might have to play it down a little bit to say he's going to be like the backup to Banana, which I don't think United are going to do. United won't pay, or a club won't pay 17 million for a goalkeeper to be the backup eventually. I feel like it's definitely a lot is banking on the potential, but he looks like everything. And the fact that, you know what I love about these players that we're getting, it's the fact that they all want Man United, and then pretty much saying no to every other club, saying, no, I want United. He said he wants United. He's very keen on the move. And of course you're going to be, but he's got other offers he could entertain. But he's seen United as, you know, under the lights. This is my time. I feel like this could be his time. This could be our new David De Gea moment, except it's just is he from Belgium, right? The Belgian version. So that's the way I'm looking at it. If he's someone that can take the reins off of Nana when he does make upset, so be it. He's 23. He's got loads of time. I'm okay with Banana being in the net until he's not in the net. If this guy is that as good as what, you know, the scouts have made him out to be. Because I don't believe Onana will be here beyond next season. I still find that the central midfield area and the attacking area is still way more important than the goalkeeping area. As long as the goalkeeping area is kind of secured one way or another, then I don't see what's wrong. How much did you pay for Biende? Like a few million? Yeah, we paid like a few million for Biende. I say just send him to the gulag. If you can't get rid of him, send him to the gulag or terminate his contract. I don't see what's wrong with it. He's not on a lot of money. Just terminate it then. You know, you see a lot of these other clubs doing it. Just terminate it. But I feel like someone else will pick him up. Same price, few million. Thank you very much. Jashari's still going to Milan. I'm not too sure. But I do like the look of this Lammens. He's about 6'4", I think. I think he's 6'4". Good height very good height for a goalkeeper. What's most impressive for me is, one, his positioning, and two, his reflexes. I feel like that's very key into like any goalkeeper. Any goalkeeper is, I find like, especially in today's game, you don't find it like Royal Antwerp don't play long ball. So you see a lot of his passes short. You don't play long. And when he has gone long, and I've seen it myself, he looks very very competent in doing that. And I like that. I don't really see, I don't see a weakness in his game. I can see where people say he's like Courtois when he was young. I don't know if anyone's had this or seen or had the opportunity, but when you see Courtois back in the day, Atletico Madrid loans, Chelsea, the young Courtois oh man, you could always see that this keeper, you saw that he had a little bit of a patchy moment here and there, but when he had that loan to Atletico Madrid, where Atletico Madrid went really far in the Champions League, that was it, man. I feel like he was it. That was it. You know, the difference is, I think Courtois got longer reach with his arms. He's got them like Tim Krul arms. He can get his reach is a lot better. So that's why I feel like trying to get the next Courtois might be different. But I look at this Lammens thinking, you know what, it kind of reminds me of a bit like a David De Gea that can play with his feet more than a Courtois. I'd say so. His reflexes are so quick, double saves and all that. He's very quick. I like that about him. That doesn't mean anything, by the way. That doesn't mean much. Like, they would be happy to get on a plane and fly out if need be. But yeah, maybe. You never know. Courtois is the number 2 of his generation behind Neuer. Now, I'm not going to lie. David De Gea, that, in terms of bar penalties and probably footwork, David De Gea is, in terms of goalkeeping, like in general, like all round of what you need from a goalkeeper, David De Gea is better than Courtois. He's much better than Courtois. But in terms of what the modern game needed at the time, like with your feet, I can see why people would say, no, overall, Courtois was definitely better, because if you can't play with your feet these days and you crumble under pressure, I'm sorry, then you're not going to go far. And obviously penalties is huge, especially when you want to win big trophies. So yeah, David De Gea, bro, I think people forget what he was about. He had a very good time as a goalie, man. But moving from Lammens is, look, it's going to always be down to the selling part. Antony. No, I don't think he's going to go to Betis anymore, or Betis. I don't know how you say it. Real Betis, Betis. It doesn't look like it's going to be an option. They keep trying to provide for a loan. And you know what they're doing? They're stalling. The stalling tactic. Every time there's a stalling tactic, it's because they know that they're trying to push United and use Antony to the advantage because he wants them. So they can say, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to take him on loan because they got no choice because they can't sell him in time. That's what I believe their plan is. Now, United needs to be telling Antony to get a move on. Same thing with these other players. Look, you've got other offers. We need the money. Hurry up. You shouldn't allow him to have... You should tell him pretty much like you got to start exploring other options. You know, otherwise you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on a lot of preseason. You're gonna miss out on the start of a season as well. It's a World Cup year coming up. Come on, man. You got to get going. Whereas that's the Saudi and he's going to get picked. Probably not the best move, but get a move on, man. It's getting ridiculous. And even if Malacia one looks a little bit more credible. It'd be nice to just get 5 million in cash. I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, we need the cash, right? It's easy. Hopefully that happens. Malacia needs to accept it first. He's not getting any offers anywhere else. No one trusts him. But for me, Antony's like these. What was Chris Wheeler calling them again? Not five musketeers, 5 bombardiers. Is it bombardiers? The bomb squad? Was that it? Yeah, man. Get the bomb squad gone, man. 1 down, 4 to go. I think it's 4. Is it 3? Probably 4. Yeah, man. Hurry up. We'll never ever get... You know what? Yeah, if we had a good season, if United had a couple good seasons, then I don't feel like selling would be an issue. It's the fact that we've been shit and we want to get rid of shit and the shit want to leave and openly said they want to leave, you're not going to get good prices. So until you do something dramatically amazing, it's going to be the same situations. Like, you have to get good at football. This is why Chelsea have had a competent season. They've always been good at selling. They got a lot of talent. But when you've had good season, you're progressing, you can ask for what they want to ask for. Same thing with City, same thing with Liverpool. And at this rate, Arsenal have got too many want-aways that are just not been playing. So it's always going to be tough to sell these like Fabio Vieiras. So until United get good at football again, as a team, long, very long. But anyways, make sure you smash the likes if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe if you're brand new. I think Kunle's live. Is Kunle live? What's Kunle's channel called again? What's Kunle's channel called again? Can someone tell me what's Kunle's? I can't remember. Tunnel TV, I think it is. Yeah, Tunnel TV. I'm gonna go raid Tunnel TV. So make sure you go and make sure you go smash a cash raid over there. And then yeah, man, We back. I'm going to drop a video later, and hopefully we get a bit of news. So big up to yourselves, man.